It's understandable to want to skip the process to get straight to the promise, to be able to bypass as many low points as we can to get to the high points and to the goals and to the wins. And if you like me, you probably had moments where you felt like, I've already been through so much in all other areas of my life, and you feel like, can I just get a break on this one? Just this once. Can this one thing be easy, or at least not as hard as everything else has been? But I want to remind you that the only way we can make it to the top of the mountain is that we're going to have to go through the valley. So what's the valley? The valley is the low point between the mountain. The mountain represents your unique journey or climb to wherever you're trying to get to, and understand that your mountain is different than anybody else's mountain. And I'm not about to sit up here and act like these valleys and these low points and these struggles are easy. Man, we get tired, we feel lost, and probably almost quit more times than we want to admit to anybody else. But let me tell you something. Without being down in the valley, we wouldn't be able to look up. And when you look up, you're not only seeing how high you have to go, you're seeing how high you can go. Remember, as you're climbing, you're getting stronger. You're tired, but you're climbing and you're getting stronger. But you're climbing and you're building that endurance. You're figuring out which rocks will support you and which rocks will give out and let you fall. The rocks are the people in your life. So you got to figure out, are the people in your life rocks that you can stand on to reach higher? Rocks that you can lean on when you're tired? Rocks you can count on not to break when the storm is beating down on your head? And in case you didn't realize it, that same valley is getting you ready for what's already ready for you at the top of the mountain. The valley, that's what's preparing you for what God has already prepared for you. So you have to go through it to get to it. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're feeling because I felt it too. How long do I have to wait? How long do I have to go through this? How long do I have to be in this situation? How long do I have to struggle? How long do I have to go through this pain? How long do I have to deal with these circumstances? How long? Until you become the person who can do the thing. Until you become the person who can climb that mountain. And when you get there, not just be happy to be there, but truly appreciate it. Not take it for granted, to make the most of it. To not only stay at that top of that mountain, but to look up from that mountain and see that there's another mountain that you couldn't see from the valley that you were already in. And now that you can see this new mountain, because you climbed that first one, you have developed the skills, the resilience, and the confidence to climb this one. Because you know you've done it before. And even more importantly, if you ever get knocked down, pushed down, or fall back down into the valley, you already been through the process. You became the person who can climb that mountain and do it again and again and again. And no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times that you slip on that mountain, no matter what kind of mountain that is, and not only that, now that you have the opportunity to be a blessing to others, to inspire them, to be an example to them, the people who are struggling with the same things that you're struggling with, the people who were doubting themselves the same way you were doubting yourself, the people who were being defined by their circumstances just like you were, now they can see you. They can see a person they can relate to who was once in their shoes. When they thought that that mountain was impossible for them to climb, when they thought that only certain people were equipped to climb that mountain, a person who may not have had everything they needed, but they used everything that they had. A person who may have climbed halfway up the mountain, looked down to see how far they've come, got scared, and then look up to see how far they still had to go and got discouraged, and yet they kept climbing because they already knew what was down there. They already knew the life that was waiting on them back there. They lived that life, or more like that life was living them. They knew it wasn't gonna be easy. They didn't know exactly how long it was gonna take. They knew that they would get tired, but they still kept climbing. Why? Because they knew every step they were taking, every stride they were making, that they were carving out a path where there was no path. so that the next person ready to climb that same mountain, now they have a path that they can follow. Now they have stepping stones along the way to make their climb just a little bit easier than the one that they had. So no matter what anybody else says about you, no matter what anybody else thinks about you, no matter if no one else believes in you, when they try to tell you to do what everybody else is doing, when they trying to tell you just take the shortcut, do it the easy way, nobody will know. You let them know that if I don't go through this valley, if I don't climb this mountain, then I can't get to my vision.